we want to, we think that we want to not fail. And, we're going to do that and we're going to fail. Well, failure is part of the whole process. It's part of the journey. And I've realized that if I don't try, how am I going to know? And so tell our audience some different other ways to talk ourselves out of when we think we have to have it perfect, when we're fearful. How do we actually take the action? Because all of this is talk, unless we take the action, like you said. There's a lot of big talkers out there, but it's the people that take the action. So how does the audience, when they're fearful and when they think everything has to be perfect, how do they break free of that?
Yes, I can.
It's Yay, simple. I thought so.
Yes, I can. It's such an important tool to use because if you think you can't, you're right. If you think you can't, you're not going to be successful. But if you think you can, you're going to be right. And it's been proven many, many, many times that the power of our thought. Reverend Schuller at the Crystal Cathedral years and years and years ago, his thing was, just do it. Just go and do it. Before Nike and all that, I heard him speak one time, and one of the things that impressed me about him was there is no such thing as perfection. There is no perfection.
Yeah, you're right.
There just is not, because if I think I'm doing something perfect, somebody else is going to come along and do it more perfect. Yep. So my perfect is not the same as somebody else's perfect. So there is really no perfect. And if you're worried about what other people think of you, you don't have your expectations in line yet. That's what stops you, because you're worrying about other people's expectations and not your own. If I wanted to be president of a corporation or president of a company, or let's take the Major League Baseball player, because that's what I wanted to do. All my life, I wanted to be a major league baseball player. I played in the Marine Corps when I was back on the stateside. I played in college. I played everywhere. When I got out, I played in a semi-pro league and in the Dodger organization that they had set up, and I kept trying. I didn't quit. I just got to the point where I knew and was told, Art, we're going to give you two opportunities. Either you can become a bullpen catcher or you can leave the organization. And I had to make a decision. Did I want to make $500 a month as a bullpen catcher, or did I want to go out and create something else? I had to transition from having this mindset of wanting to be a ball player to wanting to be successful in business and all that. And it's just, sometimes I tell people when they get really stuck, take your right hand, put it up to your temple, and turn that I can't switch off. Literally take it and turn it off. That simple action of physically taking and turning a switch off at your temple has worked for many, many people. I don't know if it will for everybody, but I know for many it has. And I tell you, if you will turn the negative off in your brain, if you will just say, I am not allowing it in, I am going after what I want, and you do it with passion, conviction, and dedication, you will achieve it. And I don't care what it is.
Right.
But you just have to be able to, along the way, to make the adjustments, to manage the expectations till you get to the point where you want to be.
Right.
Because you're going to have everybody in the world telling you, are you stupid? I had people telling me, why are you walking away from an entertainment job to go marry a girl? I said, because I love her. And that's more important than this job.
Right.
I knew I could do anything. That's one of the biggest blessings in my life. I have never been afraid of trying things. And therefore, I have done many, many things in my life. Mm-hmm. I mean, from owning businesses to playing baseball, to being in the entertainment industry. I mean, I met some of the greatest entertainers that life has to offer. Frank Sinatra, Don Rickles, Johnny Weissmuller. I mean, I hung with these guys. I mean, I just had a great life. My life has just been great because I will not not attempt to do something. If there's
Right.
somebody to meet, I'll go meet him. And
Right.
I won't take no for an answer. I'll just go do it. I'll figure out a way to get in there. And we can figure this stuff out. We can do this.
Right.
You can do this. Your
Right.
audience can do this. They just have to believe that they can.
Right. Exactly. And I told the last guest that I love a word picture, and the word picture for me, or the picture is, going to your right by your temple and turning off the I can. So I believe what Art is saying, it has to start in our head. First of all, we have to believe if you think you can, you can. And that's how I lost 130 pounds, because finally I had to believe that I can. And I also love what Art's been saying, that the last few sentences about just doing it. That's how I've been living. I lived my life in fear. I lived my life with not believing in myself. But I'm going to tell you out there, audience, it is so much happier and so much more fun, as Art could attain to, when we live our life spontaneously. And if I have opportunity, before, when I had an opportunity to do something, I'd go over it and I'd be fearful and what are people going to think and what if I do it, all of that. Now, most of the time, I just do it. And every time that I just do it and walk through the door, I am blessed and I am happier. So if you think you can, you can. But if you think you can't, you can't. So it's up to you to change the programming in your brain and do what Art says. Go up there and turn that switch on to the I can. And when you turn that switch on, believe that you can.
That's one of the things about expectation therapy. It forces you into doing the work. It forces the person into doing the work. Because too often when people go to counselors, life coaches, therapists, they expect the coach or the therapist to fix them, and they can't. The only person who can fix you is you. And even God has given you the tools to heal yourself. And I am living proof of that, because I have had hurts in my life that have been deep, deep hurts. But I've always overcome them because I know I have faith and I believe in myself, and I believe in my God that He has given me the tools to do this.
Right.
So.
And listen to this, what Art just said. This is just wonderful. We look for people to fix us. We look for a husband to have, when I get married, I'll be complete. We look to other people. We look to a job to fix us, what's hurting inside. You and you alone are the only one that can fix yourself. You can use tools like Art has suggested, but it's up to you. And when you take responsibility for yourself, that is when it is just amazing how you can actually turn the dialogue around and become more confident, because you are actually fixing yourself. So, Art, in closing, is there anything you want to say to the audience, and how do they get a hold of you?
One of the things that I want to leave you with is that I have always, since I've developed expectation therapy, I've had this belief that the most important thing that we can do, and someone asked me this question, and this was my answer. Somebody asked me the question, what would be the one thing you would want to teach your children? Leave with your children. And I answered them with, I would want to teach my children to manage their expectations. Because I know that once you learn how to manage your expectations, anything and everything becomes possible.
Wow.
Because it really is the seed within us that makes us grow. And I firmly believe that. And you can get a hold of me at expectationtherapy.com. We've got some great course that's going to be released around September 1st, the end of August. It's I've revamped my whole course to make it affordable for anyone. And I really want to encourage you to do that. You can also listen to me on Shower Epiphanies podcast. And I'm honored that you had me on your show, and I'm thankful. And
Art, yes. And I love your energy because you know what? I can sense that you are absolute proof of what you are telling my audience, that you are actually living what you're telling them to do. And that's the exciting part, because when you experience that, you really realize with other people, you are being a genuine example of what you are telling us to do. So if you can do it, Art, we can do it. And if I can lose 130 pounds or overcome things, then you as an audience can do it too. And that's the hope of this program, that you realize somewhere in here that you can do this too. So Art, you have the energy of somebody that's a 40-year-old, which I love. And so you are a great example to us all. So thank you for coming. And the audience out there, if you have any questions or any comments, or you need help with anything, don't hesitate to get a hold of me at lorrainehoving.com. Here you can sign up for my email list to find out what is happening in my Never Too Late Ever world. I want to thank Art for being here, being an example, and at 72 years age, you are an example to us all how it is never too late ever to take care of our lives, our minds, and our own responsibility, and to get doing doo-doo.
It's been a pleasure.
Remember out there, it is never too late. It is never too late to lose weight, never too late to go after your dreams, never too late to take care of your mind space so that you can do whatever you set out to do. It is just never too late ever. We will see you all next week. Thank you, Art, once again. You've been a joy.
Thank you.